Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we've got a times 10 pool event this weekend. I'm going to go over the champions that are in the event, whether I think they're good, whether I think it's worth your shards. It does come in line with the kind of Yoshi stuff that's going on right now. So there is going to be, I'm sure it's already dropped, a champion chase event where you'll have an opportunity to get yourself probably a book, probably definitely some more fragments for Yoshi. So I guess plan it as you want to, but let's have a look at the different champions. Now, quickly, before I get into the champions for this, I'm not going to do a full video on this, but I'm just going to say Summoner's Glory, which is the game which I'm playing alongside Raid right now. We've got like 600 active players spread across 6 clans in the Gallifrey cluster. People are loving this game. It's a really low spend, great game. I will pin other videos where I go into more detail on the game and my promo code, which is HELL, on your character creation stuff below. So go and check it out if you want to. But the reason why I'm bringing it to your attention right now is they've dropped this event, 7 days Goddess Zoe. So you've got 7 days where you could get yourself one of the rarest and best champions in the game. I've got her. I got her through luck. I didn't even know I'd pulled a really rare champion when I got her. She is insanely good. She's like the C-feet of this game. But there's a 7-day event going on. So if you're looking to start it, if you're thinking about it, now's a good time. So as I say, I'll pin all the info for that below. Let's get into the times 10 then. So I'm going to kick it off with the epics. As ever, this is a times 10 opportunity to pull these different champions if you pull a shard and you get an epic or you get a legendary. It's not a times 10 chance to pull an epic or a times 10 chance to pull a legendary. That never happens in this game. The best you've got for that is times 2 events, which happen every other week. But obviously, some of you are going to be going for Yoshi, so some of this stuff is going to be really, really valid. Let's start with the first one then. Lizardman, Basilisk. I mean, honestly, no Lizardman epics are particularly great. Aox is probably the best. Basilisk is the hardest hitting one. So for stuff like the secret rooms that we've had to do over the last few months, he's almost been a necessity to help you get through it because he hits so much harder than any other epic Lizardman. On his A1, he absolutely throws out a smack of an AOE. He does bring a stun as well. Is he worth pulling shards for just for that? No, he's not. There's better champions out there that do the same job. But for a Lizardman, he's one of the hardest hitters. And if you're really struggling for Faction Wars, he could probably help you get through it. He does have this passive that he comes back to life when he dies. It's really annoying. Really annoying because they throw him in waves where you have to bring turn meter control champions in, like the Scarab boss. And you're like, oh my God, I'm trying to do an auto run. I've got to do 5 of these things because you've given me a mission to do it now. And this guy gets up with unkillable on, with block damage on, and you're just dropping his turn meter over and over again. Hands up, comment below. Who's annoyed by this? I've fed it back so many times. It really pisses me off that they have that in their waves. So, second one up is going to be... Personal rant there. Second one up is going to be Nazana. Nazana, Demon Spawn epic. Again, like good epic. Like hard carry with this ally protection shield ability. AoE ability on her A1, AoE ability on her A2, so she works really nice in a stun set or a daze set. She's got decreased attack on an AoE ability, which is kind of nice. But would I pull shards? Would I go out of my way to try and get her? No, I think there's a lot better champions in the game, but she's decent. Like if you get her, don't be disappointed. She's a decent champion, but she's not going to break the game. She's not going to change your world. She's not a hard hitter. She's just a solid carry. She helps the rest of your team stay alive. So third one up is going to be a Void champion, Void epic, Sky Touched, Shaman. She is one of the chilliest out there. They tried to cover up how chilly she was by giving her all of this kind of like strapping and tattoos and stuff and make her a bit muddy. But let's be honest, if a cool wind comes, if your Carl takes her around his house for the night, she's freezing. She's in trouble. She does not have enough layers. Anyway, is she any good? Yeah, she's actually really good. So Void epic. She's got AoE A1. It's kind of nice. bit of turn meter boost if she's got low health. She's got, this is the main part of her kit really, full cleanse, puts block debuffs out there, and puts revive on death out there on your team. It's really good. So the order's important. So if you're up against like a Torment wave, if you're up against just annoying people that are throwing debuffs on you, she cleans the debuffs off, then she puts the block debuffs up. So you can't get a potential additional freeze or whatever from this revive on death. So she does the order in the right way. She's also got this passive where she hurts herself but heals the team. Pretty cool. Yeah, she's generally just like a good healer, good support champion, and she's got good base stats. Quite easy to keep alive. A lot of people use her in fairly high-level arena. So that means she can, when I say that, guys, it means it also could be possible for you to use her in your level arena. I'm not saying she's only usable there. If people are using a champion in high-level arena, it means she's probably good for your level arena as well. But mainly because of this. So Sky Touched, decent champion. Next one up, I really rate this champion, Sylar. I really like this champion. She's not a hard hitter. She's actually quite a weak hitter. She doesn't have good multipliers. She's got AoE abilities on her A1 and A2. Again, put her in a stun set, a day set, she'll lock people out. But this is what I like about her. Decreased turn meter and decreased speed on her A3. If you're struggling with Spider, bring Sylar in. If you're struggling with Fire Knight, bring Sylar in. If you're struggling with Ice Golem, bring Sylar in. If you're struggling with this faction for Faction Wars, bring Sylar in. If you're struggling in the arena, guess who you bring in? Arbiter. No, Sylar. Sylar, very cool. She's got faction crypts, aura as well. Good base speed, good base stats. Really solid champion. Honestly, if you are struggling a lot in content, if you've done a pull shards anyway and you get one, just give her a good old, even level 50, you know what? Level 50, she's strong. Level 60, she's better. So yeah, good champion. And then we've got one more epic on the list. I actually did a recent guide on her, so I'll pin that at this point as well. Skull Crown. My first Void epic. She's a beast. She hits really, really hard. I'll tell you what, you do Sylar into Skull Crown and the enemy are in trouble. They're really in trouble. AoE hits on her A1 and her A2. Both of them are nukes. The A2 especially is a nuke. Also drops a weaken if you want to build her that way. Fast arena aura. Got an unkillable buff, which makes it just super annoying to play against in stuff like arena setups. So yeah, very, very good champion. And one of the components of the kind of blender comp that you see people running, maybe I can show you quick. I think I've got mine set. But as I say, I did a video on her just, yeah. So like this, you go speed into ally attack, into Skull Crown, into a Sinacia. And basically, as long as you go first, everybody sits down. If you don't go first, she still gives you a chance to win because she brings that unkillable up. But everybody's in trouble and everybody's dead. So is she good? Yes, she is really good. So it feels like the Voids are much stronger in that list than the standard epics. Now, let's look at the legendaries then. What have we got? First one up. Actually, one of my earlier legendaries that I got, he did hard carry me through dungeons. Scartorsus. He's got high base defense, high base HP, hard to kill, very high base speed. He brings a speed in dungeons aura, 33%. That's a lot. It's giving everyone in your team an additional 30 odd speed. Very high. He's got an A1 that can steal buffs. He can bring you buffs to your team. And he's got a full cleanse for your team. And he can speed them up as well. And I think he heals as well. Yeah, heals as well. Lots going on in his kit. Underrated. He's not the hardest hitter in the game, but he's also not weak. If you push him with high base attack, he can actually hit hard. But mainly what you want to do is make him fast, make him tanky, and use him as a support that he's meant to be. But he is genuinely a good champion. Would I go out of my way to pull all my sacreds for him? No. He's not that level. He's like a mid-tier. But he is a carry for a lot of people who don't have tons of legendaries. Right, next one up is another undead. Suzerain, Catone. All AoE hitters again. At least just all AoE hitters. I think they are. Yeah, they're all AoE champions. He hits kind of hard, not crazy hard. He can be a good campaign farmer because he's got all of these AoE abilities. He does bring this weaken and decrease defense ability, which is kind of cool as well. And he's got this. This is kind of the best thing about his kit, really. Remove shield, block damage, and unkillable buffs from all enemies, then attacks. The buff removal cannot be resisted or blocked. It's kind of big. So when you do this, you don't need accuracy to do it. Just make sure that you're going to land that remove shield. You're up against Krisk. You bring this guy in. He could have literally 0 accuracy. He could be level 1, 0 accuracy. As long as he's fast enough, he will remove that shield. So it's kind of good if you're struggling to get through the arena shield kind of champs. But he does hit kind of hard as well if you get him leveled up. Would I pull shards for him though? No, I probably wouldn't. He's okay. He's niche. Now, next one up is worth shards. This guy is worth shards. He was actually on a times 10 not that long ago. People wailed out for him. I've heard some people have spent literally like over $1,000 just to get him in occasions. Anyway, what's he got? He's got a full reset of everybody's cooldowns, all ally skills, and a turn meter fill. He's becoming one of the champions for the arena meta. He goes into really good anti-hedgy teams because he also brings a full team cleanse, so full removal of buffs for the enemies. So removes their buffs, sleeps. Next turn around, when they're starting to wake up, he resets all of your hard hits and gets you to go again. Very good champion. He's in a lot of speed runs. I use him in my dragon speedrun team. And yeah, basically what I do is I get my champions to do their big moves. He does a full reset of those moves. Second wave, they do them again. Clear the waves out. No problem. Again, I've got those videos out there. Next one up then. So he is worth pulling shards for. Next one up is as well. She is as well. Ray. Same aura as I just spoke about there with Scartorsis. Big aura for dungeons. But damn, she slams people down. A3, removal buffs, and freeze, and nuke. All in one ability. It's big. It's massive. But you need accuracy. She's a bit like Astralon. You need accuracy for this to work. You need for it to be fast enough. And then you need a ton of damage. So she's very stat hungry to get this to really shine. You get someone else to decrease defense. As long as there's debuffs on the enemy, she then hits 50% harder on her A2. If you book her out, she gets another 30% damage. So the way this works in terms of like multipliers in the game, it takes your base hits, let's say it's 10k, it says we're going to increase that by 30%. So 10k becomes 13k, times it by 1.3. And then it takes that 13k and says, and we're going to times it by 50%. So the 13k times 1.5. So these different multipliers become huge. It makes her one of the hardest hitters in the game if you can make these different things activate. She's not like crazy god hard, but she's top tier. She's within like top 10 champions of damage. She's also got this A1, another AOE skill, decreased defense on it. Good champion. If you're struggling for a nuker in the arena, damn, you've got a chance with this one. So Ray, very good. And then the last one we're going to talk about is not in that faction. He is in this faction. Coronar, someone I don't have. Void, legendary, hard carry champion. Sweet skin, looks very cool. He has got, again, AoEs everywhere. That's the theme running through this lot. He does bring decreased defense and decreased attack on a move. That is a great skill to have in any faction, any team. He's got turn meter control on his A1. He's got provokes on his A2. He's just a hard carry unit. All of his damage is based on HP, so you stack his HP high, keep him tanky, keep him alive, and all the while, he's debuffing, he's annoying the enemy, giving your damage dealers time to go. He doesn't hit that hard himself. He can hit okay, but he's not a hard hitter by any means. And he pairs up with Manara if you've got her to do a bunch of other stuff as well. But yeah, solid Void legendary. So if you're pulling shards trying to get your Sylar and a Coronar pops out, you've done well. Brucey bonus. And I would go for Ray and I would go for Kaimar. But the rest of them, probably not so good. Anyway, let me know in your comments below, guys. What do you think of this times 10? I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.